Hello everyone, Pratima here. So if you look at the sub 25,000 smartphone segment right now, these two phones, the Motorola Edge 14 Neo and the IQOO Z7 Pro, have been creating quite the buzz. Both of them cost pretty much the same, and from the looks of it, it feels like Motorola and IQOO are also targeting a similar audience base with these guys. I mean, they're both slim and lightweight phones and both bring quite a compelling set of features. But are you confused about which one makes the most sense for you? Don't worry, my team and I have been testing these two side by side for a couple of weeks to help you figure out that exactly. And today I'll be sharing all of our experiences with the Motorola Edge 14 Neo and the IQOO Z7 Pro. So let's get on with the video. Oh, and as always, keep an eye on the scoreboard somewhere around here so that you have a clear idea about which phone is doing well in which aspect. Okay, starting with the design, as I mentioned before, you're looking at a couple of really well-made phones here. Motorola lets you pick between plastic and vegan leather finish, while IQOO has gone all in on glass on the Z7 Pro, and both of them look and feel absolutely fantastic. I really would have preferred to use these phones without a case, but the Edge 14 Neo's leather back means that it can get dirty real fast, whereas this soft satin finish on the IQOO Z7 Pro is a little too slippery than I'd like. So you've got to case it up on both of these devices. Anyway, you do get IP68 dust and water resistance on the Motorola Edge 14 Neo, but on the contrary, the IQOO Z7 Pro does not carry any form of ingress protection. These two phones have a pretty competitive and pretty similar display too. From 10 big colors to 1300 nits of peak brightness, and in-display fingerprint reader and the subtle curves on the side, it's all there. And both of them look pretty great under everyday usage. I did notice that the Z7 Pro's white balance looks slightly off by default, but unless you're comparing these two next to each other, it's not something that you are going to notice. The Edge 14 Neo also has a slightly faster 144Hz refresh rate compared to the IQOO Z7 Pro's 120Hz, although I can't say this offers a competitive advantage to Motorola in any way. The Moto Edge 14 Neo and the IQOO Z7 Pro both are Wide 1 L1 and Asia 10 Plus certified too, but interestingly, the Z7 Pro also has HDR playback support on Netflix, but it's Motorola that plays local HDR mastered videos better. So with all this back and forth action, I'm sharing the point between the two in this round. The Edge 14 Neo also takes a clear win in the audio department with its stereo speakers though. I also like that there's a built-in option to set a custom equalizer here, and with this it sounds noticeably clearer and fuller versus the IQOO Z7 Pro's single downward firing speaker. It's all the same in terms of haptics as well. The vibration feedback from both these phones are buzzy and not as precise, yes, but the one on the IQOO Z7 Pro feels almost unnaturally weak for some reason, especially when you're typing. Okay, now let's get to the performance side of things, where the IQOO Z7 Pro enjoys a more powerful, more energy-efficient Dimensity 7200 chip compared to the Dimensity 7030 on the Edge 14 Neo that falls behind in both the fronts. Not that this guy struggles with everyday usage or anything, but the IQOO Z7 Pro is clearly the one that will age more gracefully over the years. And I found that it performs better in the gaming arena too. The actual gameplay, FPS stability and all that is pretty similar across both these phones, but the Z7 Pro was able to pull ahead when it comes to thermals by at least 1 to 2 degrees in all the games that I tried. Plus, since this is an IQOO phone after all, you also get a couple of useful gaming features for a more cohesive experience. However, I am going 100% with Motorola's software experience. I've said this before and I'll say it again, Vivo's FunTouch OS 13 simply does not feel that well designed in this day and age, no matter how customizable or feature-rich it is. Whereas the near stock Android experience on the Edge 14 Neo mixed with a bunch of customization options and helpful features makes it an absolute joy to use. At least IQOO has promised 2 years of major OS and 3 years of security updates for the Z7 Pro, just like on the Edge 14 Neo, so that's pretty good to see on mid-range phones these days. It also has a much better track record of delivering updates in a reasonably timely manner compared to Motorola, but the Edge 14 Neo software experience is a clear winner for me. It's kind of a tie as far as battery backup is concerned. The Z7 Pro does have a slightly smaller 4600 mAh battery versus a 5000 mAh unit on the Edge 14 Neo, but it seems that its more energy efficient chipset and more aggressive refresh rate tuning make it all up. As a result, I was getting somewhere around 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time on average on either of these devices. The Edge 40 Neo outperforms the Z7 Pro on the charging front though. With the charge boost option enabled in the settings, its 68-watt charger takes just around like 42 minutes for a complete refill, and this thing is also USB power delivery compliant. On the other hand, the IQOO Z7 Pro 66-watt power brick can fill up the phone in a little under an hour. Okay, finally, let's talk about the cameras. And looking purely at the specs alone, it seems that the IQOO Z7 Pro is at a clear disadvantage, mostly because it does not have an ultra-wide-angle lens, which is a bummer. This is not the first time we've seen IQOO skip on an ultra-wide-angle camera on a mid-range phone, because the company has not included one even on the more expensive IQOO Neo 7. But since that guy had a terrific main camera, I was hoping something similar on the Z7 Pro as well, and that's exactly what you get here. Compared to the Edge 40 Neo's daytime photos, which are a little too oversaturated, heavy on contrast, and over-sharpened at times, the Z7 Pro takes much more natural-looking shots. The dynamic range is well preserved and it does not over-process anything. Its images can look somewhat bland in less than favorable lighting conditions, and it does not handle glares very well, but I'd take this guy over the Edge 40 Neo any day of the week. I am going with IQOO for selfies too, as it maintains a pleasing and consistent skin tone most of the time. There's a bit of smoothing and pinkifying going on, but in most cases that ends up complementing the shot instead of ruining it. This same trick does not work that well for portraits though, whereas the Edge 40 Neo even lets you shoot from 3 different focal lengths for better subject focus. And when it gets dark, I usually prefer Motorola's low light photos. IQOO kinda struggles with white balance and properly exposing the shot, although with night mode option turned on, things get pretty competitive between these two. All in all, even if the IQOO Z7 Pro does not have an ultra-wide-angle lens, its impressive optimization on the primary camera deserves a point anyway. Okay, so when it comes to videos, both of them can shoot at up to 4K 30fps from the main camera, and despite how the Edge 40 Neo does not use optical or electronic stabilization like the Z7 Pro, its footages are remarkably steady. There's that punchy colors and contrast once again, but in comparison, it's much more better equipped for videos across all the resolutions. Not to mention, it can even do 4K video from the front camera, while the IQOO Z7 Pro maxes out at 1080p 30fps only. Okay, taking a final look at the scoreboard, it appears that Motorola has secured quite a comfortable victory in this battle. Impressive. But looking more closely into what aspect each phone scored at gives us a better overall picture instead. So if you want something that's good at media consumption, has a clean software experience, an ultra-wide-angle camera and decent videography abilities, the Motorola Edge 40 Neo is a clear choice. However, if a more powerful performance and more reliable main camera are what you're shopping for, and you can live without things like an ultra-wide-angle lens, 4K selfie video recording, then the IQOO Z7 Pro is not going to disappoint you either. So everybody, that was my full comparison of the IQOO Z7 Pro and the Motorola Edge 40 Neo. Which one would you go for? Do let me know in the comments. And meanwhile, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Till then, I'm Pratima, and thank you so much for watching.